Hey everyone, glad you stopped by to hear what's going on in Flipped. Oh my goodness, we were hearing from Juliana's side of the story with the whole auction and everything, and she really struggled with who to vote for in terms of the auction, and she chose just some boys that she thought were really nice. Let's see, and Darla had come over and was like, "Your boy's on the list." Let's see. Come back up. Oh, and she found out Shelley Stalls was excited that Bryce was on the list. Darla's friends fell all over themselves getting to her, then pored over the paper like it was a treasure map. Macy cried, Chad Ormond's on it. He's so cute. I'd go $10 on him easy. And Denny's on it too, Liz squealed. That boy is, she shivered and giggled, fine. Macy's top lip curled a little and she said, John Trulock. John Trulock? How'd he get on the list? For a moment, I couldn't believe my ears. I snatched the paper out of Macy's hand. Are you sure? Right there, she said, pointing to his name. Who do you suppose voted for him? The quiet girls, I guess, Darla said. Me, I'm more interested in Mike Abendino. Have I got any competition? Macy laughed. If you're in, I'm out. Me too, said Liz. How about you, Jules? Darla asked me. Bringing spare change on Friday? No. You get to miss the second half of school? No, I'm not bidding. Not on anyone. She laughed. Good for you. That afternoon, I rode home from school brooding about Bryce and the whole basket boy auction. I could feel myself backsliding about Bryce. But why should I care if Shelley liked him? I shouldn't even be thinking about him. When I wasn't thinking about Bryce, I was worrying about poor John Trulock. He was quiet, and I felt sorry for him having to clutch a basket and be auctioned off in front of the whole student body. What had I done to him? But as I bounced up our drive, basket boys bounced right out of my mind. Was that green I saw poking out of the dirt? Yes, yes, it was. I dropped the bike and got down on my hands and knees. They were so thin, so small, so far apart. They barely made a difference in the vastness of black dirt, and yet there they were, pushing their way through the afternoon sun. I ran in the house calling, Mom, Mom, there's grass. Really? She emerged from the bathroom with her cleaning gloves and a pail. I was wondering if it was ever going to spring up. Well, it has. Come see. She wasn't too impressed at first, but I made her get down on her hands and knees and really look. She smiled and said, They're so delicate. They look like they're yawning, don't they? She cocked her head a bit and looked a little closer. Yawning? Well, more stretching, I guess, like they're sitting up in their little bed of dirt with their arms stretched way high, saying, Good morning, world. She laughed and said, Yes, they do. I got up and uncoiled the hose. I think they need a wake up shower, don't you? My mom agreed and left me to my singing and sprinkling, and I was completely lost in the joy of my little green blades of a new life when I heard the school bus rumble to a stop up on Collier Street. Bryce. His name shot through my brain, and with it came a panic I didn't seem able to control. Before I could stop myself, I dropped the hose and dashed inside. I locked myself in my room and tried to do my homework. Where was my peace? Where was my resolve? Where was my sanity? Had they left me because Shelley Stalls was after him? Was it just some old rivalry making me feel this way? I had to get past Bryce and Shelley. They deserved each other. Let them have each other. But in my heart, I knew that I was just like the new grass. I wasn't strong enough yet to be walked on. And until I was, there was only one solution. I had to stay away from him. I needed to rope him out of my life. So I closed my ears to the news of the basket boys and steered clear of Bryce at school. And when I did happen to run into him, I simply said hello, like he was someone I barely even knew. It was working too. I was growing stronger by the day. Who cared about auctions and basket boys? I didn't. Friday morning, I got up early, collected what few eggs there were in the coop, watered the front yard, which was by now definitely green, ate breakfast, and got ready for school. But as I was running a brush through my hair, I couldn't help thinking about Shelley Stalls. It was auction day. She had probably been up since 5, making her hair into some impossibly puffy do. So what? I told myself, so what? But as I was throwing on my windbreaker, I eyed my money tin and hesitated. What if? No, 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 no. I ran to the garage, got my bike, and pushed out of the driveway. And I was in the street and on my way when Mrs. Stubbe flew right into my path. Juliana, she called, waving her hand through the air. Here, dear, take this. I am so sorry it has taken me this long to get it to you. I keep missing you in the mornings. I didn't even know how much she owed me. At that moment, I didn't care. All I knew was the top bill in her hand was a 10, and it was striking terror in my heart. Mrs. Stubbe, please, I don't want that. You don't have to pay me. Nonsense, child. Of course I'm going to pay you. Here, she said, and waved it out in front for me to take. No, really, I don't want it. Please. She wedged it in a pocket of my jeans and said, What utter nonsense! Now go, buy yourself a rooster. And she hurried up her walkway. Mrs. Stubbe, Mrs. Stubbe, I don't want a rooster. But she was gone. All the way to school, Mrs. Stubbe's money was burning a hole in my pocket and another in my brain. How much was it? And is it enough to pay for a basket lunch in the auction? We'll find out next time. Have a great afternoon, everyone. See you later.